You can just open doors to adults because you make choices. But I got on the other side of that door at 9 years old. And now there's drinking, there's smoking dope, there's, skipping school, cutting classes, chasing girls, all that stuff. I got introduced to that at a very young age. So
very well said. Very well said. I love how you just said that.
I don't want to use it as a crutch because I know that some people are very traumatically affected by that. And I'm not trying to minimize the fact that it did affect me. But what it did to me is it introduced me to adult behaviors at a very young age. And when I touched that live wire of substances, I liked it.
First off, I really believe whatever it takes for you. Before I thought what Munger and Buffett did was so good. I love those two guys.
Yeah, they're awesome.
But before we get that, like whatever it takes, I'm just going to share. If you take nothing else from this podcast today, take this. Whatever it takes. If it's listening to Ed Milet's book or Tony Robbins or something from yourself or something else, if there's something you read, if you pray, if you talk to God, if you go to church, it's different from everybody. But whatever it takes to keep you in a space of, I'm going to live into my inner purpose. I'm going to tap into my full potential rather than playing small and playing scared. You figure out, this isn't a show about personal development. You can read Ed's book and lots of other things, but do something to keep you focusing on where you can go and not sit on your hands. I was with Tom Bilyeu 2 weeks ago and he said, during times like this, people talk about fight or flight. He goes, that's not what happens here. It's the third F. They all freeze.
So true.
And I was like, wow, I got goosebumps. I was like, that's right. So unfreeze yourself, whatever it takes. Secondly,
very good. By the way. Very good.
So the second thing, once you start realizing that we're not giving you that answer today, I'm saying go find that answer. But the other thing, I love what Buffett said. He said, during a recession, during inflation, invest in yourself. Get better at what you decide to do than anybody else. Because if it's, he said, Reichmarks or seashells, you'll just get more of the pie. So if it's a deflated dollar, when you used to get 2, go get 6 because you're better at what you do.
So true.
I know it sounds so simple, but it's like, duh.
It doesn't.
Let me stop staring at the competition. Let me stop talking to my friends about how things go bad. You know, the conversation at your dinner tables are getting different. Be the only one that's saying, no, I'm going to find the gold in this downtime.
Can I say something on that as well? I want to play off that with you. I'm big on this quote of separation season where I'll say, hey, it's the summertime. Everyone's flinching. This is where you hit the accelerator because you don't catch people in front of you when they're at full speed. It's harder. You can, but it's harder. You catch them when they flinch, they relax, they freeze.
Yep.
And there's seasons. And usually it's seasonal, meaning like, okay, August, right? People start to freeze, or July, they're gone, they're flinching. Or Christmas time, everyone takes time off. Then there are economic cycles that are separation seasons. And I think that's where we are now. They're going to freeze, they're going to panic, they're going to buy into the collective group think of the world, which is this isn't the time to accelerate. This isn't the time to do it. And when they're going that way, you go the other way. The other thing that happens during these times, if you find your lane, you and I have both built tremendous wealth buying assets in those times that were massively on sale. And so you have the accelerator of both your brand, your business doing well, and you acquiring things at super discounted prices potentially. So you have this double multiplier whammy.
Okay, so let me ask you something. You've had so much incredible success. If we laugh at each other, where we came from, similar backgrounds.
Very similar.
Right?
Dads, everything.
But at this point, I feel beyond blessed with the success I've had. I know you do too.
Yes.
And amazing. The interview you just did, I hope it's your number. I hope the interview before me is your number 1 interview in history, right?
Thank you.
But I have a desire to work even harder right now because I know the opportunities that are coming.